Welcome to Jura, one of the most hype wine regions in the world. This is a place where there's cows wandering around, all these little fields, rolling hills, loads of Comté cheese, because we're only 75 kilometres from the Swiss border, so it's the land of cheese and wine. You won't find lots of industrialised farming here. You find little growers making exceptional wines in tiny little spots. Great varieties in Jura. Chardonnay and Sauvignon for the whites, and then for the reds, Poulsard or Ploussard. It depends on which village you're in, what they call it. That's the one that's very perfumed and light. Some of them smell like dirty drains, but then it blows off when you decant it. You got Trousseau, which is the intense one, still quite light though, and then you've got Pinot Noir, and everyone knows Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir from this site here is called the Charme, and it's really lovely and mineral. It's a different style to the wines of Burgundy. It can definitely be drunk alongside the wines of Burgundy because these are mint wines. So the appellation is Côte de Jura. That's a lot of wines from the whole of the region. There's a little bit of wine around Arbois. They're very famous. That's AOC Arbois. There's a village called Château Chalon where you get the Van Jones. They're the wines that are yellow and they've got like a veil of yeast floating in the top of the barrel, so you get all these crazy nutty aromas. That's the wine that you want to be drinking with Comté. And then there's some other stuff, but most of the growers don't give a shit about the appellation. They're just making Vin de France. That's the wine they want to make, and no one gives a shit what it's called. It's just their wine. A great example of this is this vineyard here. This is a Japanese guy called Kenjiro, and he makes this crazy wine, which is one of the most expensive wines on the secondary market. And that's his lovely vineyard there, surrounded by forest. So here in this very tiny, secluded vineyard in Grus, this is called the Vernambeau parcel. This is where Henri Leroy makes his wine. Right next to Kenjiro on this same slope here. It's called the Marne Bleu, the soil. So it's very heavy, marly soils, and it really does stick to your boots. If you look around, everything here is just forest and biodiversity. So the vines are very healthy here. It's a little microclimate by the looks of it. And you've got this nice slope, perfect exposition. And he's called this bit here, the lower bit, the Batard. Because when you get into Burgundy, the Batard is the one that's under the Montrachet Grand Cru. So he's pretty confident that this is the place that makes the best wine. And when you taste it, you'll realise that it's very special wine. The wines from here can be very oily and very dense, but in a good way, not like Viognier. So Kenjiro's wine, Entre deux Bleus it's called. That's the Blue Marl, right on this hill, but just over there. And then the next village over, extremely famous for Jura unicorn hunters. These are the wines of Ganavat and L'Abbé, and they come from the village of Rotalier. So around here, it's Jura royalty, everywhere you look.